This is Yardbarker's Chris Mueller. Blockbuster deals rarely happen in the NFL, and when they do, they tend to grab their share of headlines. That was, of course, the case this past weekend when the Jets sent disgruntled star safety Jamal Adams to Seattle and in exchange got a return that was headlined by 2 first-round picks. Let's take a look at the deal from both Seattle's vantage point as well as that of the Jets, and one team that should be very happy now that they've seen the trade be completed. First, Seattle gets an incredibly dynamic playmaker for the back end of their defense. Adams flies around and makes plays at all levels, is skilled in coverage, and had 7 sacks last year. He's without compare as a pass rusher from the safety position. In fact, those 7 sacks were 2 more than Malcolm Jenkins, who had the next most with 5 in 2019. The Jets deserve plenty of kudos for getting a huge return for a player that no longer wanted to play for the franchise. General Manager Joe Douglas got 2 first-rounders, and while his team is going to suffer for not having Adams this year, any kind of a rebuild that they are doing around Sam Darnold will be much easier with that kind of extra premium draft capital in the next 2 NFL drafts. Finally, the team that might be happiest of all when it comes to this deal isn't the Seahawks, isn't the Jets. It might in fact be the Pittsburgh Steelers, who were able to pry Minkah Fitzpatrick away from the Miami Dolphins for half the cost that Seattle paid for Adams. Steelers only had to give up 1 first-round pick to get a player who has transformed their defense completely in the span of 1 season and figures to only get better. Seattle needs Adams to be a superstar. The Jets now have their draft loaded for the future, and the Steelers are sitting back and laughing because they paid a much less steep price for a player of comparable ability. So there you have it, some quick thoughts on the Jamal Adams trade from the Jets to the Seahawks. For Yardbarker, I'm Chris Mueller.